summer residence in Boca Raton, Florida, Big Boss Glenn Spector! And making his summer residence in Guerrero, Florida, RPW Robert Parker Williams!
Three Rivers Wrestling here. My name's Jim Amata, being joined by Tim Hott. Tag team titles on the line, a rematch between the Premier Players and the combination of RPW and Glenn Spector. Tim, the last time we saw these two teams in action, the action itself couldn't be contained. The referee was forced to throw it out. We're going to see if George Ross can maintain control here and if we can get a clear winner in this rivalry that has developed.
Absolutely. And you got to think about why we're here. BC Steel lobbying the championship committee for this rematch.
Early on, we're seeing Darren Smite get the better of RPW in the technical department of this matchup, and that's very rare that someone can out-technique RPW.
Premier Players willing to take on all contenders, willing to take this rematch. Absolutely have a score to settle.
Notice how Smite got RPW down to the canvas, slaps on the armbar to further maintain control here.
And I feel like the Premier Players look even more confident than they did when these two teams squared off the first time.
RPW backs Darren Smite up. And again, Darren Smite one step ahead of RPW, and I can't emphasize enough how rare that is, because when it comes to tag team wrestling, RPW is tag team wrestling personified.
We're looking at some of the best to ever do it in the ring right now.
And one way to escape that scenario is a blatant rig to the eyes. Now it's Smite looking for a way to extricate himself, and he does so.
A game of one-upsmanship that Darren Smite is winning at this moment.
Pair of tags here, and I believe the complexion of this matchup is going to change because we got the Big Deal, Dash Bennett, and Glenn Spector.
Big Boss versus the Big Deal.
But I'm the Big Deal! Deal with it! Go!
Obviously a lot of bravado in this matchup. That shows you that this rivalry escalated very, very quickly over the past few weeks here.
Well, I think all of our fans have wanted to see these two particularly square off. Glenn Spector versus Dash Bennett.
Dash going to use his muscle, using that power to get himself out of this one.
Look at these two towers. Neither punching.
A little can you top this here. Sidestep from Dash, and Dash runs over Spector.
The Devil's Advocates love to play those mind games, but they're not working against an experienced team like the Premier Players.
And not only are the Premier cover here, not only are the Premier Players on the same page, they're on the same sentence, reading the same word. That is how how much continuity these two bring together, and that's why they are the 3RW Tag Champions.
They've known each other for 20 years plus, won numerous tag team championships.
And let's not forget, Specter's been making his return to the sport here, but to your point, Dash and Darren, they broke into wrestling together.
They absolutely did, but RPW and Glenn Specter both trained under the same mentor, so on some level you have to think that they have a lot of continuity in the same way that a long-term team would have. Add BC Steel to that mix, it's a good combination.
Yeah, the wild card at ringside is capable of anything. When I talk about veteran presence, Darren Smite brought his opponent into their corner. That's how you cut somebody off. That's how you fully utilize a tag wrestling aspect. Innovative neck breaker from the Premier Players.
You're just not going to see anyone in this match make a lot of mistakes.
Oh, absolutely not. As we said during the initial meeting between these two teams, there are decades worth of experience involved in this matchup.
Seasoned top players here in 3RW.
Now wait a minute, BC Steel getting involved. And that allowed Specter to exploit the advantage. Dash got dumped right on the back of his head.
RPW smart going right in for the cover there.
I hate to say it, as the tide shifts here, the Premier Players may be seeing their reign as champions coming to an end.
Well, you talked about the X Factor of BC Steel on the outside, and it's certainly paying dividends.
And the big deal is digging down. He wants to keep those championships.
We've talked a lot about Mike McGowan's 20-year reign, but the Premier Players have a lengthy reign as well.
That leg lariat from RPW was picture perfect right there. Such precision and such execution.
That double team maneuver.
Straight jacket drop, and that's good. Now wait a minute, their Specter is not going to get a pinfall like that. That's just not going to happen.
We're talking about a multiple-year reign, WWE Tag Team Champions, that the Premier Players are not going to give up without a leg hooked.
And I'm not sure if these mind games are going to be effective for Specter and RPW. I truly believe the Premier Players are prime focused here. They're not going to make a mistake. Kurt Hennig neck snap there. Diving lariat from Specter.
Continuity of this offense.
What tandem tag team maneuvers here. But finally, I believe Darren Smite has had enough. They may have finally cracked Darren Smite to get frustrated, to potentially make a mistake.
I'm surprised to see that. I think we expected Darren and Dash as veterans to not get taken aback by the devious tactics of the Devil's Advocates.
You can really feel the tension of this matchup. You know, it's a big fight environment.
Looks like overhead is prevailing on the Premier Players side. Dash has to make that tag.
And Dash trying to inch his way through. But man, he got caught.
It's the little things, Jim. Maintaining wrist control so that Dash cannot make that tag.
Lateral press here, hooks the leg. And the Premier Players are going to try to rally. Darren Smite is going to rally one of his best friends, Dash Bennett, to continue on to hopefully retain these titles.
These two are like brothers. You can see why Darren would be passionate about getting in there.
Dash trying to extricate himself here, gets cut off.
Nice move by Dash Bennett.
Down goes RPW. Innovative face plant from Dash Bennett.
Dash may have just opened the door to get that tag.
Pivotal point in this contest here, Tim. The 3RW tag team titles hang in a balance here.
It's pivotal. And Dash is going the wrong way.
Dash may not be aware of where he's at in the ring right now. He's sustained a lot of punishment. And look at BC Steel take Smite off the apron, that weasel.
And we've talked about mind games, we've talked about strategy. Everything is working to perfection for the Devil's Advocates.
And again, Dash using that raw power to try to get the Smite.
Sheer might. There's a tag. Darren Smite then is a house of fire.
I don't know if it matters though, Tim. And there you see referee George didn't see the tag, even though we saw it. Phantom audio tag from Spectre.
Tag, baby.
Harley Race style knee drop from Glenn Spectre, and he's very proud of himself. Despite outright breaking any rule in the book here.
The Big Boss and RPW strategy working to perfection here. They are just outmatching the premier players.
It's not a surprise that BC Steel's contingent has no confidence, has no conscience.
They're in firm control. Firm control. Dash Bennett has a lot of heart. He does not want to lose those tag team titles, but he is in trouble.
I hate to say it, Tim, but it may be a matter of time because Dash is just being physically dissected here. They're picking Dash apart.
But Darren and Dash have been in this predicament before.
And the big deal just delivered a pair of big damn clotheslines, but does he have enough to get to Darren Smite?
BC Steel's apoplectic at ringside. There's the tag.
And here we go.
A fresh man in, Darren Smite.
Darren Smite is hitting anybody that moves in there. Smite's going to look to put this one away. Smite might have to finish this one on his own. Beautiful hip toss into the neck breaker. Very innovative offense from Darren Smite.
He's functioning on all cylinders here. Oh, what a knee lift.
Full Atlas style knee lift just tattooed Spectre.
The premier players were under the tutelage of Paul Atlas and the New Era Horsemen for a time. What a tribute there.
Don't do it! No! Do something! Please
And the premier players having their way with the Devil's Advocates at this point.
Do-si-do here and a pair of clotheslines. The premier players are in firm control of retaining those championships.
PhD. They hit it. This one's over.
Where am I? Here. You're here with me. It's okay. Come on.
BC trying to revive Spectre. RPW's on Dream Street. Hey Tim, who's legal?
It must be Spectre. I thought they were going to go for the cover on RPW there. They hit him with their trademark move.
One more time.
They're going for it again here.
And BC Steel needs to get down from there. Wait, that's a low blow from Spectre on Dash Bennett.
BC has the ref tied up.
What are they doing here? This is ridiculous.
Darren trying to maintain law and order here. He's going to suplex him back into that ring.
I believe Darren and RPW are legal. Wait a minute, BC with the foot. No, come on, damn it.
We have new champions, Jim.
Spectre and RPW have stolen one. Not only have they stolen one, they have stolen both of those tag team championships.
They've stolen 20 pounds of gold, Jim.
Darren Smite is in shock, and quite frankly, so am I. The reunion of the premier players is marred by this BC Steel contingent.
Some guys would say they aren't the kind of guy to say, I told you so. Well, I'm not that guy. When I say something, it is a check, signed, sealed, delivered, you take it to the bank. So I want everybody to get this straight. Where you see this face, you're going to see that championship. When you see this face and this hat, you're going to see that championship. Boss, get used to this because it is not going away for a long time. Your 3RW Tag Team Champions, just like I told you, Big Boss Glenn Spectre, Big Boss, and the distinguished gentleman Robert Parker Williams, alongside manager extraordinaire Benjamin C. Steele, the Devil's Advocate.
Premier players, how does it feel? The gold is back around the waist of who actually deserves it. The Devil's Advocates, baby. And there